Szivarég a számban, lellök a bárban, megnézem a filmet, ennyi az élet.
Hello everybody, this is the Cigar Tales again. We are in here with Martin. Hello everybody, we are in Hungary, so I am Daniel Varga. I have a cigar club, the Hungarian Cigar Aficionados. This is the name, like the YouTube channel or Instagram site or Facebook site. And I am the cigar expert, Hungarian cigar expert of the European Cigar Federations. So, you know guys, Martin is a Hungarian cigar aficionados, is my friend who made so many cigar tales for himself. And like before I told, he was the guy who always speak with me that we need to start to make some podcast of English language. And you know, I think we are in here. This is the second episode, second English episode, and guys, I hope it will be continuous for the eternity. I think.
Let's hope so.
Martin, thank you that you are comes in here. I would to talk about you with our today's cigars and your cigars history. That how long you smoke cigars? What is the your favorite cigars? But in the first, we need to speak our cigars.
Okay.
What will be here? What will be the cigars that will be makes a cigar tales?
Oh geez, I'm going to mess up the name here, but today we're talking about the Davidoff, the limited edition collection. You know, it's the, I don't know how to pronounce this, Diademas Finas collection?
I don't know now.
I believe that's how you pronounce it.
I hope this is the limited edition collection, 10 Diademas Finas cigars. Yeah, the limited editions. Yeah, you know, these cigars, I think the one things that nobody knows it, only you, because I never smoked these cigars, but you smoked before, I think.
I have indeed.
I will open it.
Please.
We have got 3 boxes. One box it's only paper box and haven't anything on there, and I will put in outside. The second box, I will make a video for you guys. The second box is a normally paper box again. It's names of Davidoff Grand Cru Diademas limited edition collections. In the right side and the upper side with a very elegant brown colors, and the Davidoff it's maybe it's a gold. Yeah,
I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, it's a gold. It's very elegant. And here in the donor side you can see, guys, it's a limited editions, and it's made only 15,500 boxes all over the world, and this is the 3,402. Yes, you can see it, I think.
That looks good.
Okay. Tell me about so many things, and I make some cut skin in the backside.
You want me to tell you about Davidoff? The history of Davidoff?
I think you will be know the Davidoff. I know the Davidoff, but last time we talking about we need to do this podcast about Davidoff cigars, and I read it so many things. I have read so many things about it, but I think you are in here. You are the guys who will tell us all of the stories, and I am the guys who talking about the tastings. Maximum, and I will hear it everything.
Yeah, so, you know, again, I only learned this recently, but Davidoff was actually started by a Ukrainian family, by a gentleman named Zino Davidoff. So he was born in 1906, I believe, in Kiev.
Yeah.
And then in 1911, his family moved to Geneva, Switzerland.
Yes.
And they opened a very small tobacconist shop. And this is where Zeno managed to learn about the tobacconist trade. And then in the 20s, Zeno Davidoff went to South America. He went to Brazil, Argentina, Cuba, and he went to learn about cigars. And this is where he picked up how to age cigars, how to roll cigars. So it was kind of like an apprenticeship for him. And when he came back to Switzerland, you know, he wasn't just selling cigars, he was selling luxury. And this is, I actually didn't know this until yesterday, but in 1940, it was Zeno that came up with a concept for the personal humidors
No.
in Europe. Like, I didn't know this, so I thought it was a fantastic idea of what he's done. And then I believe in 1967, he signed an agreement with the Cuban government to bring Davidoff to Cuba and release Davidoff cigars. So the first three cigars from Davidoff were the number 1, the number 2, and the Chateau.
No.
And, you know, they did really well, you know, they were happy. And then in 1980s, Davidoff weren't happy with the way the quality was going in Cuba. And Zeno Davidoff actually burnt 100,000 Davidoff Cuban cigars.
No.
Burnt 100,000 cigars. That's just crazy. He could have sent them my way. But yeah, and then 1991, you know, I think Davidoff decided, you know, enough is enough. They wanted excellency, and they moved Davidoff from Cuba.
Started with this between the stories, because the stories is very long.
Yeah.
And we can start it before. Just sorry guys. I'm waiting for this because I never tried it. So your choose is the first.
Oh. Perfect. Thank you.
I always choosing a left side with left hand, like this.
Any reason? Any reason?
And no.
No superstition or anything?
just always left side in left hand, because when I was 18 years old, I was in a school, and my Hungarian grammar student told me, Danny, if you need to be choose, always need to be choose left side and left hand. And when I went to the last exam, I choose the left side with left hand. It was my favorite things that I talking about Attila József.
Nice.
So
That's fantastic. So this is the first time for you, no?
yes,
Nice. Are you going to enjoy it?
now I feel creamy. I feel a little bit citrus, and maybe a little bit sweet things, but I don't know now what. Just a little bit.
Ability to provide it, he was pretty creative.
Citrus. Something sweet. Do you know what?
So it's definitely citrusy. Sweetness. Maybe almond nuts? White pepper? I
Maybe.
don't know.
And white pepper, I can't smell it now. I'm searching. Do you know the ring gauge, and do you know the size of this?
That I unfortunately don't know.
This cigars is not so strong cigars. I read about maybe 3 weeks ago about this. Everybody told it this is a very light cigars. Maybe in 10 per 4 or 10 per 5, maximum 10 per 3. Between this is a 10 per 4, and you know, this cigars will be the reviewers, so many reviewers testing these cigars, and so many people told it. This cigars is a lighter everyday, every time cigars.
Yeah.
And this is the format is a diademas format. We're talking about double perfecto or diademas. Is the same. Its length is a 6-inch and 3x4.
3/4.
Yes, and no, the ring gauge is 50 and the length is 6 3x4. And the problem is, I think, the wrapper and the binder and the filler. It's a binder and the filler. It's a Dominicans,
Yeah.
and the wrapper is a Connecticans from Ecuador, and always, and everybody talking about these cigars. These cigars is maybe 60 and between 16 and 100 minutes,
Yeah.
and what? Between 16 and 100 minutes. How can you smoke a cigars like the times is the time limit is 60 minutes? How can you smoke these cigars with 100 minutes? I think we will need to test about it, and
Yeah.
I will if we start to smoke. If we burn the cigars, I will start at the time, and we were talking about how many minutes is this these cigars. Guys. Can you see if I holding it up a little bit, and you can feel the lights? It's shining on the wrapper. It's a Epson. It's very beautiful. I don't like the Davidoff cigars. Don't like the cigars of Davidoff because I like the Cuban cigars. And
I know.
you're talking about it was original. It's a Cuban cigars, but and I will never understand that. How can you fight with the Cubans and the not Cubans side? Because in Hungarian people told it it's my dog's sons.
Yeah.
Because it's my family. It's one family, and everybody fighting about inside the families. And if I think the fight, it will be that you told comes always from the Cubans cigars, and in the non-Cuban side told it's not so good qualities.
Yeah.
It's never achieve that levels higher but why? But it's a Cubans. I think it's necessary that you have a Cubans. If you have a world famous cigars brands,
Yeah.
and you have got a Cubans and the non-Cuban side, and it's the same family, why need to be fight?
Yeah.
Why need to be quit the Cuban side or Cuban things?
Yeah, well, I think the big thing for Davidoff and the reason they quit Cuba was the quality wasn't what it was when they first started. And, he was looking elsewhere, and he found the Dominican to be, for him, just as high level as it was Cuban cigars. Again, some people prefer Dominican, some people prefer Cuban.
Oh.
We know what we prefer.
Okay, but think about if you are the owners.
Yeah.
You are the owners all of the brands, or maybe the non-Cubans brands, and you become so many cigars. Maybe you 100,000 or
They burnt 100,000 cigars.
Yes. You become 100,000 cigars,
Yeah.
and you are sitting in London maybe, and you think about, oh, this is not good quality. This is not good quality for my names.
Yeah.
But this is Cubans, and you need to be told it's quit, or if I told it, okay guys, I will sell it, but it's not the same price, and I will not pay for this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I have got in the after times I have got a Cubans brands, but if I don't pay it, because the problems is so hard, like you told before, it's maybe the Cubans people think about, okay, I need to be made cigars better qualities, maybe, no?
I'd say so, but again, I don't know when in 1980s that he burnt the cigars, but it took them until 1991
Yes.
to get established in the Dominican. And again, for him and his brand of what he was looking for, he believed it was the right move for him. Today, I don't think it'd have been the best of moves. I think Davidoff would have been a lot stronger as a cigar if it was still Cuban.
Yes.
But, we weren't there when he made the decision. For me, I like a good Davidoff cigar. I love Cuban cigars. But yeah, this is a fantastic cigar. And it lights perfect and it smokes perfect.
It's looking very, 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 very beautiful, these cigars, because I will show you guys. It's a very long cigars, and in the middle ring, it's beautiful. Wrote it in Gran Cru Diademas Finas, and the upper rings is with a Davidoff stamp, maybe.
Yeah, with a limited edition.
With a limited editions, and the other side is a Genève. And guys, the white things, it's always looking elegant. But if we jump back in 18th centuries, in the first time that comes the rings on the cigars, and the first ring was first label or ring. We are in Hungary. It's talking about rings, but it's in labels in English, no?
Yeah.
Okay. The labels comes in 18th centuries, and the first labels was only white.
Okay.
And do you know why?
I don't know why.
Because in 18th centuries the people's hands wasn't so clean like average people wasn't so clean hands, and put it labels. Sorry guys, put it labels, because can't grab the cigars.
Yeah.
Can't grab the cigars without you touching in the wrappers, and if your hands is not so clean, and you touching your wrappers, and if burn it, feeling always a little bit other tastings. And after comes the other labels in other colors, and in 19th centuries comes the very beautiful, very elegant, very artist labels, but it's always working. The white labels with gold,
Okay.
the most elegant cigars.
Nice.
Do you know, guys, the Marius Wizard cigars? Do you know the Marius Wizard?
Yeah.
Marius Wizard is the same. White labels with gold writings, and it's always put it. If you put the white labels on the cigars, if you have got a Maduros, if you have got a Connecticut's, or if you get some things, it always working with very good. And the diademas, the format is diademas. It's always the most hardest to light up.
Yeah.
The cigars, always the most hardest, because if you burn it in the first time, you can always need to be turn the
Yeah.
cigars in the burnings, but not in the burnings, to touch the flames, only touch the heels of the flames, maybe.
Yeah.
or edge of the flames.
The edge of the flames.
Yes, edge of the flames. Touch the edge of the flames, and you need to be turn always, and you need to be heated the cigars, not burning the cigars. And if you stopped it, it's very good. But I saw you in the first time you cut the cigars and burned. I will use the old Cubans burnings.
Okay.
The Cubans stylist, maybe. First time I will burn the cigars. I will light up the cigars that I put it.
Yeah.
I will waiting to sleep down the cigars. Then I cut the cigars and burn again and smoke.
Okay. So you do it a different way.
Yes.
You do it the posh way.
Yeah. Going continues to the stories.
Jeez, I can't remember where I left off.
We are in 1991.
Oh yes, in 1991, they partnered up. I forgot the gentleman's name now, but he's a well-known grandmaster of cigars, making cigars, and in 1991 when they moved to the Dominican, a lot of people were going to Geneva to try these cigars, and then this is where you started getting all the new lines, but yeah, it's. I don't know. For me, Davidoff is very unique. It's still quality. There's still a lot of prestigious cigars in the Davidoff line. I know you prefer your Cubans.
No, because every brands have got a not so 100% lines, and if we're talking about Davidoff cigars. Everybody have got favorite lines, and everybody it's burn need to burn. Everybody have got a favorite lines, and everybody got a hater lines, maybe that we call about it. And what is your favorite of the Davidoff cigars? The favorite lines.
My favorite is the late hour.
Late hour.
I love the late hour cigars.
And do you like the late hours in which size, which format?
So, oh geez, that's some question.
No, yeah, it's always because it's.
But I prefer the torpedoes.
Torpedoes.
Yeah, I know they have the torpedoes, and is it the Leoa? It is the Black Label, I believe.
Maybe I don't know the name, the original names of this, but I know the torpedoes. Maybe I don't know which we can find it or I will search it on the and I will put it in here, guys, so you can see it.
Yeah, so for me, the late hour and the torpedoes are my favorite cigars. I think it's just a perfect smoke all the way down. It's not too heavy. There's definitely sweetness in it, and it's just a relaxing smoke. I don't think I've ever had a heavy Davidoff. But yeah, my favorite, you give me my first one, the Bolivar.
Yes. My favorite from the Davidoff, I like the Dominican's 2014's, maybe the short Robustos or short. The short Robustos maybe. I have got one at home.
Nice.
And I think these cigars is very rare cigars now, because I think it was the best tastings to tastings of the level and the tasting of the nicotines. It's always playing harmonies.
Yeah.
Always playing so good harmonies, and you can feel the tasting changes in the cigars in every part. Guys, I will started the
timer.
the time, but I need to. Okay, I started. Maybe you have got 3 or 4 minutes before.
I'd say so, yeah, because it took you a while to light it. No, it's definitely sweetness, citrusy, and I do taste the pepper.
If you wanna saying the tastings of cigars, you need to be weight minimum 1 or 2 centimeters if burning a little bit. You are now maybe there, but I'm not.
You
so
are not,
I
no.
don't say nothing now. And can I see your cutting size? You cut a little bit bigger like me. Cause
I do, and I go at an angle from mine, like a little slight angle, like you can see.
Yes. Because I always talk about it. If somebody is cutting the cigars, it's always need to be buildings from donor.
Yeah.
From donor, because it's necessary that you cut a little, and if not working, you need to be cut a bigger or cut a bigger and bigger and bigger, like step by step.
It is.
Because, but I know you tried before these cigars, and maybe you know the size of the cuttings, and I never tasting these cigars, so I cut a little bit now.
No, well, for me, like the very first cigar I ever had, you know, I was 17, I was in the Navy, I was in Cuba, and the guy who cut it for me was a Cuban guy. He always cut his on a little bit of an angle. So I don't know why, but from that day forward, like you'll always see on every cigar I smoke, it's at a little bit of angle. It's not straight, and I don't know why. It's just I kept to it.
So many guys made it, and I saw so many times this, and you know, the the answer is always why.
Yeah,
It's always because the smoke in the cigars, it's not the same ventilations comes the cigars, but I never trust in this.
no,
So if I cutting here or cutting a little bit angles, it will be the tastings. It never change.
Yeah.
I think. I can't realize why need to be cutting it with V or with X the cigars.
I never do that.
I never punch the cigars.
No.
I never punch the cigars. I hate the punchings.
Yeah.
I always cutting with a knife.
Yeah, you do the cap.
Yes, only the cap, and I always cutting with in a normally guillotines,
Yeah.
like guillotines cuttings maybe.
Yeah, so it's the same for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just a better smoke when it's a straight cut than to a V cut.
Tell me about the stories more.
I think I told you all the story from what I know about Zeno and Davidoff. You know, I know they do very well in Switzerland. You know, I've been to the Davidoff stores, and you know, I know Davidoff has a lounge in London. You know, and for me, it's a beautiful cigar. I don't know. For me, it's just the quality of it. But can I tell you more about Zeno? I can't. You know, that's as much as I know about Zeno. Again, I learned that, you know, the past few years, because I always just thought it was a Swiss brand. Like you know, I never knew it was actually started by a Ukrainian tobacconist.
Yes.
Like, you don't know that. Like, it's not advertised.
If you see the Xenos pictures, because I never meet him.
Yeah.
See only sometimes on the pictures,
Yeah.
and never think about it. It's a Ukrainian guy, but what is the different of the Ukrainian guys who were born in Ukraine, who were born in Switzerland, who were born in Hungary, who were born in US, or who were born in somewhere? Never can't choose it if this baby is born in Ukrainian. Maybe you know, I always feel the problems in this, because the people who born in Ukrainian, this is the different maybe.
Yeah.
The people who born in Ukrainian or born in a little countries or the lost of the futures countries, maybe lost of the somewhere, because you know Hungary was a communist, and Ukrainian was a communist country. And if you live in here, the people thinks about not so free like the other countries.
No.
And if you see the pictures, it's you can see it. But you know, the people, if born in maybe the old communist countries, can't thinking about so free like the other countries people.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I
And
agree with that.
this is the good things that comes one guys from Ukrainian, and it can achieve so many things.
Yeah, you know, it's just, for me, you know, from such a young age to know that you want to go to South America to learn the trade of, you know, rolling the cigars, aging the leaves, you know, that's not something I ever thought about doing in my 20s. You know, you see guys do it, you know, in later in life, but the guy went in his 20s to go and learn this trade because he knew about the tobacco industry, because his parents owned the tobacco shop in Geneva. So for me, you know, he definitely was one of the first pioneers in the cigar trade, especially bringing them to Europe. Like, you know, once he came back from South America, I think his store, you know, they had Volti, they had, you you know, Astrocats. They had celebrities from all around the world that would come and visit Davidoff for the Davidoff cigars. I think that's kind of unique because I don't really know a place like that in the world now where people go for a specific cigar, because obviously it's more available in today's world.
Yeah, he is born in 1906, March 11, and I saw in here he's first in 1930s he's quit the learnings,
Yeah.
and after he went to first time in Latin Americas,
Yeah.
maybe, and you know guys, it was he want to know the what does it mean to plantings the plantings the tobaccos,
Yeah.
the plantings the tobaccos, and made the tobaccos. How can you make the cigars? How can you dry the cigars, and everything's in about the cigars. And in the first time he was in Argentina, then he went to
Brazil.
Brazil. And you know guys, the Brazil is very important because the Matafinas leaf is Matafinas leaf,
Yeah.
is always. And after he went to Cuba,
Yes, correct.
and he learned in the Cubans. Maybe I never remember how I read it about it, but he talking about that he was in first time in Argentina, he was in Brasilia, he was in Cuba. That was the steps, if very important things,
Yeah.
that he to learn everything. Because you know guys, the Brazil in Brazil, the people always talking about the cigars, but it's a very different makings of the cigars. Because in other countries, in the cigars made it
So he was like an apprentice of the trade while he was in Cuba. Like he learned everything there is to know
the fermentations.
from the
Yes,
fermentation.
you know guys, the fermentations was in very different in all of the countries, because the fermentation in Brazil it's very different. The fermentation minimum times, always taught the Brazil people about it, the minimum times is 5 years.
Yeah.
It's 5 years, because the aging or the fermentations, but not only the fermentations, because the Matafinas made it in always, if they put the cigars, not the fermentation times, the aging time after it's a 5 years. Alec Bradley talking about always in it, he is very different like the other Nicaraguan guys, because he made the aging zones in 1.5 year. The fermentation aging zones, sorry guys, but not the fermentation time. The fermentation time is different in Brazil, like other countries, but the aging times is 5 years, in the minimum 5 years, because everybody talking about it in Brazil. It's necessary that you aging your cigars if after you finish the cigars.
Yeah.
Talking about it, because this time, this 5 years, the leaf it's so fermentationed in these times that the oil comes out from the leaf.
Yeah.
And if comes out, if you finish the cigars, if it comes out the oil, it's always like it's a vest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you know, I was talking to you the other day about the Davidoffs and, you know, the Kirby Allison. You know, he smoked a beautiful Davidoff cigar in Davidoff, London. You know, they aged the leaves for over 4 years. And, you know, again, it's a fantastic cigar.
But you know, the Matafinas
Yeah.
aging in the fabric.
Yeah.
In aging in the fabric.
Yeah.
Like barely aging in the fabric, the 1.5 years minimum.
Yeah.
And this is the very important. The Kirby's, it's always smoking 15 or 60 years old cigars, but it's
different.
it's different.
Yeah.
It's different things. It's a very hard different
Yeah.
things, because if you are a normally aficionado all of the world, and you wanna buy cigars and smoke cigars, and if you haven't any humidors, maybe you buy it and after you smoke it, and you know guys, this is the difference. If you buy it and it's 5-year aging cigars, or 1.5-year aging cigars, or half-year aging cigars, this is the difference, because so many people live in all of the world who understand the cigar things, the elegant things, like Kirby Ellison. I think Kirby Ellison is a different teams like us, because in Hungary it's very different like London's. I have got cigars and you have got cigars at home, but this is the money's in very different this podcast and the Kirby's podcast.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I need to, and we need to get there. So it's not problem, but we always Hungarian people told it. We need to playing what we have.
Yeah.
So it's not problem. We're talking about cigars. We're talking about what we have. But I think not so people have this cigars, these beautiful cigars.
Well, I've only ever seen 2 boxes in Hungary. Yours is one, and
Yes.
you know whose the other one is.
So we can talk about in the food zones, because you are in the end of food zones. What the tastings that you feel it now?
It's definitely more citrusy. You know, it's fresh, and there is kind of a nut taste for me.
It's a little bit nut, citrus, creamy,
Yeah.
a little bit maybe coffee beans.
Coffee bean.
And I have at home, maybe it's standings in my humidors in maybe 1 or 2 months maximum. It was in 69% of humidity, and you know, the cigars staying in the same side, and I always turning in every second week in 180 degrees. It's always I'm turning like this in every second week.
Nice.
And you know, I think I like to play the cigar.
Yeah, boy.
Well, you're definitely a lot more patient at keeping your cigars than I am, that's for sure. You know me, I love to smoke them as soon as I get them. But I think what I love about this cigar and Davidoff in general is it goes through so many quality checks before it hits the humidor. You know, I believe there's over like 300 checks from the moment it begins to the moment it hits the
Is
humidor.
different the testings that you tried before, or and this or not?
The tastings is different
Yes.
from the last one I had.
Yes.
No, it's the same for me.
Same.
Yeah. You know, I think it would go perfect with a nice single malt scotch. In my opinion. No, it's okay. Next time.
It's a little bit dry, these cigars. If I need to talk about the tastings, level of tastings, I think the problem is if I smoke this, for the other cigars, if comes a little bit creamier like now, it will be work more and more, and things. It will do better levels.
Yeah.
It will do better sides and better tastings of all of it. It's the tastings now. It's a very hard. I think not so creamy like the other reviewers, other podcaster talking about. Oh, it's very good and very easy cigars. Now I think it's not so easy. I feel now the nicotines and the tastings level, it's very different. I feeling now the nicotine levels it's 10/6, not 10/4. I think.
I don't know, for me it's a very light cigar. Maybe it's just because I'm used to smoking very heavy cigars.
They're always smoking very hard cigars, but the nicotine levels you can feel in your nose.
Yeah.
If you comes others the smoke and you feel in the nose, it's like a pepper tastings.
It is. It's a lot more pepper tasting.
Yeah, but the pepper tastings is always showing you the nicotine level.
Yeah.
And now I think it's not only pepper tastings, it's the nicotine levels is this.
Yeah, but I think it's a white pepper. If I'm like, it's not
It's
as
not
heavy as
the,
a normal.
the aromas that
Yeah.
you can, because it's very different. The tastings comes in your mouth and the aromas comes in your nose. It's very different always.
is.
It's very different because the tastings is maybe every people is the same, but the aromas it's very different because it's if you burn in England,
Yeah.
it's your brain making the aromas tastings.
Yeah.
It's very different like me who born in Hungary.
Yeah, especially
Born
from
in
you being
Hungary.
a countryside and me
Yes.
being from a industrial city. But is this something you would keep in your collection, do you think?
I think no.
No.
I think I have got these collections, and if we're talking about that's necessary that everybody have beans these cigars, I'm going to be honest with you guys. These cigars is not defeat me, not won me now, but we are in here, so I show you guys, because this is a limited cigars. This is a limited edition cigars and very rare cigars. And you know, guys, I always talking about if the cigars is limited editions, if the cigars is a premium cigars
Yeah.
for the brands and you know, it's not to be necessary that looking in a very good boxes or very beautiful boxes, put it in very good boxes. It's necessary that the cigars give you the echte, the very hard of very high level of the tastings level playing with nicotine tastings level. And now this cigars is, I think it's not working with the same cigars, because I don't know how many I need to see it the prices these cigars.
I think they're between 50 to 60 now. Dollars.
I see in the Davidoff London's it's a £95.
Okay, well, Davidoff London is different.
It's okay, but I'm finding it here, but
Yeah.
I was searching for you another's.
No, for me, like, you know, it's the very first box of cigars I ever bought in Cuba. You know, I gifted it to my uncle.
Yes.
I think I paid something like £40 for a box of 10. And for one cigar, the exact same cigar in Harrods in London was £95. Like, my uncle wouldn't believe me that I got it for £40 for the whole box. So I think London, it's London's London. You know,
Yes,
they always
yes, I know,
add
I know.
extra prices.
It's a US site. It's a yes, very good. So you can't buy because they haven't now,
Yeah.
but it was the last price was $570
For the box.
for the box.
Yeah.
For the box, and
So it works out of $57 a stick.
$57. It's in Hungarian money. It's maybe 20,000 forint, maybe.
Yeah, roughly, a little bit more. Yeah, around that.
Yeah, it's a little bit,
I think
little
10
bit more, or 21,000 forint. If I wanna choose better cigars, like in this price, if the Cubans,
Yeah.
so many Cubans is better like this,
I agree.
or the non-Cubans,
Yeah.
the non-Cubans, maybe if we talking about the premium cigars, maybe the Hoyden Nicaragua have got a Le Ambassador.
Okay.
The Ambassador is in Hungary. It's 8,000 forints. It's $23 dollars.
Not even that. I think about $20.
$20.
Because I think 10,000 is
Yeah,
roughly
it's
25 euros.
The dollars, it's 360 now,
Yeah,
maybe.
roughly.
So it's a 20, 21 or $22. So I think it's the
big
tastings level and the nicotine level. It's playing
Yeah.
better like this.
Yeah.
But I am on the food zone now, so it's not my opinion of all of the cigars. This is only my thinkings about this side and this time.
I think I'd agree with you for the price. I think there is better cigars.
You are in the body zone. The tasting is changed,
No, for me it's still the same as a few minutes ago. For me.
but you know the problems is if the tasting is not changed, because the cigars, if the tasting is not changing, this is the problem of the cigars. You know why?
It's definitely heavier now. You'll see when you get down a little further ahead, but you definitely taste the citrusy a little bit more, I'd say then. But you can definitely taste the pepper. I think the pepper's stronger, but you can also start to taste
Do
the
you like
coffee.
the pepper tastings?
Not really.
I'm not.
It's not for me.
I'm not really. I'm not.
No, I like the creamy cigars. Like, I don't mind a nice cigar if it's a little peppery, but if it's too strong, it's not for me.
That I talking about it,
Yeah.
because I told you if the pepper tastings, it's a agar that white or black pepper. The pepper tastings level, it's always showing the nicotine's level.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, you'll see when you get there in a couple of minutes. You'll definitely feel it a little bit more than what it was
Yes.
where you're at now.
Yes. So I'm not running. I'm smoking very 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 slower like you.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious what we have today, these cigars.
Yeah, I just wish this was available more in Hungary for the people to be able to taste it. But I know it's limited edition. Like I say, I've only ever seen 2 boxes of these in Hungary. Your box and you know who.
I don't know how many boxes in Hungary.
I
it
don't
is.
know. I've only seen 2.
I see 2, but I
Yeah.
tried it. And you know, guys, in Hungary it's, how many was it? $570.
$575.
But it's now sold out.
Yeah.
But in the first time was the same price. I can buy now in double price in
Yeah.
Hungary.
It's crazy.
I can, but this cigars comes maybe 2023 or 24 maybe.
It's on the box. I don't think it says on the box.
I think it comes for 2024 or 2023, because the names of the cigars,
Yeah.
it's Diademas Finas 2024. So this cigar is 1 year old, and you know, guys, in 1 year the price is double.
Ah.
So it's very good, and we are smoking now. It's a $110 cigars,
Yeah.
but it's not $110 cigars.
No,
The
but
taste
next
is-
year it'll be 150, 170.
But no,
Yeah, but it's not worth it.
it's. I think now, if this will be the blind testing,
Yeah.
and I need to say how much is this cigars. I talking about $20, maximum $30. So I think it's not necessary that everybody have got this
No.
this Davidoff. I think it's not good in this time.
Yeah.
It's a not good price for this. The $27 is not good price.
No.
I think, but and end of podcasts, we are giving a points, some points of this, and
Okay.
I will talk about.
Yeah, but I think I definitely got to take you to Zurich to do the tastings in Manuel's cigar lounge, because there's a lot of cigars there that unfortunately we can't get in Hungary, and I think you'll enjoy it. So maybe
Yes.
in the future I'll take you there and we'll have a look
I'm
at
in.
what the collection
I'm in.
they have.
I'm in. So, talking about you, what time was the first cigars?
My first cigar was when I was 17 years old, when I was in the Navy.
Oh, when you was how
Uh,
years?
21 years ago?
21 years.
Yeah.
21 years.
Yeah. Luckily, I served in the Navy for 4 years. I got to see a lot of the world.
In 2004.
So I joined in 2003, but my first cigar was 2004.
2000. And which cigar was that?
And that was the Cohiba.
The Cohiba.
Yeah.
In the first cigar was
That
the
was the
Cohiba.
very first cigar I ever had.
Which Cohibas was?
I can't even remember. I don't know.
So you are the average people who smoke cigars. Is the first cigars is a Cohiba. In Hungary, it's a fake Cohiba, but in all of the world, I think it's a Cohiba. But in a world of 99% is fake of Cohibas. But if you smoke in the first time in Cohiba, the problem I think in the first cigars I never give Cohibas. Nobody.
No. So it was funny because when I got there, I wasn't going to smoke a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
We went off the ship with a few friends. We went to a little cafe, and we were there from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And the gentleman, was giving us cigars. His wife was cooking food. It cost us maybe $120 for all of us. So I don't know, it was just a good time. But for me, smoking cigars, I'd say I got more into cigars in 2018, I'd say. Because, I'm from the north of England, as you can tell by my accent. There's really no cigar stores where I live. You might be able to get from the tobacco shop, but it's the cheap cigars.
But the cheap cigars, we have got so many podcasts before, but in a Hungarian language, the cheaper cigars.
Yeah.
And you can find very, very good cigars in the cheaper cigars, because if you buy the cigars thinking about this is a low budget cigars,
Yeah.
and you don't wait so big things like the very, very expensive cigars like this, it's you never can cheat it. You never can cheat it because if you waiting nothing for the cigars and give it more, it's a good buying, I think.
Yeah, there is definitely good cheap cigars available, but where I'm from, I don't think any of them you would want to smoke.
Maybe the Condega. Condega it's a Condega have the Bellicoso. Condega Bellicoso.
Okay.
It's a maybe looking like a Partagas.
Yeah.
Cause the labels is the same, but we have got podcasts about these cigars, the Condegas, and Condegas is very, very good cigars.
Yeah.
And in Hungary it's 1,700 forint. It's maybe I don't know. It's a $5.
Yeah, $5-6. Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. And if I need to be say to other people, yes, it's necessary that you have got.
Yeah.
If you can buy in your countries the Condegas Bellicoso, try it, I think. I am in the middle zone now. In the first zone wasn't average. It can't how say it, it's not can't goes to the average level. It was down or like an average. I don't know how say it. they can't achieve the average levels. I think the middle zone comes more creamy,
Yeah.
and now comes the fight.
Yeah.
Now comes the hard fight, hard playings in this. Cause if I need to be taste this, the pepper level going down a little bit, the creamy level step up a little bit. They have got citrus, very hard citrus. Nuts maybe step down a little bit, but it's not good. And maybe the coffee beans change to cacao.
Yeah.
Yeah, to change the cacao. The playing is start. Yes, I think the playing is start now. But it's not a premium playings now. But it's a playing start. I think the Davidoff guys don't write me. Oh, Danny, it was a good podcast. Oh, the Martin is a very good guy, and you, it's not.
Send it my way. I'm not sponsored by Davidoff, I promise. Not yet.
Not yet.
No, but for me, I'm a big Davidoff fan. Like, I don't think I've ever had a bad Davidoff
Yes,
scarf. in me.
he's always like it. In 2000, we are in 2003 that you try to smoke cigars. It was the first Cohibas. And what was your opinions? What was your thinkings? Is it good cigars or not good cigars? Or good things or good times to smoke cigars or not?
Well, for me, I got pranked. I got told you smoke it like a cigarette. Like, I've never smoked a cigarette.
Yes.
But I was told to, take a deep breath and
In a lunch? No,
inhale
fuck,
it.
no.
I was coughing. Like, I didn't know because I never smoked a cigar. I was just-
Nobody told you.
No, because my friend said, "Oh, you got to inhale it." So they were playing the joke on me.
Guys,
so
help me.
yes.
Help, guys.
So the first few puffs, it was like, Jesus, is this the way you do it? And it wasn't until my friend was like, they were just joking with you. But yeah, it was very strong because I wasn't as big as I was now. Like in the military, I was just small, skinny. I didn't grow until my 20s. So yeah, it was a different experience for me in my first cigar.
And after it, you continues the smoke the cigars or not?
So I did while I was in the military, because we did the whole tour of South America. I was based in the Falklands for 3 months. So we got a lot of good cigars through the military and, through the local cigar shops. But yeah, I left the military in 2007. And I think I smoked one or two with my uncle in between then. But it wasn't really until 2018 here in Hungary that I started smoking more cigars with my friend.
So you don't smoke very, very, very often before 2018?
No, maybe one or two between 2007 and 2018 with my uncle.
Oh, so in every year minimum one, maximum one, or
Max, maybe two throughout the whole 11 years.
so you don't smoke?
No, but where I'm from, there's really no cigar shops.
I understand you that if my first cigar was the Cohibas,
yeah.
some of Cohibas, I never smoke again. So guys,
Especially if you inhaled it.
if you have got friends and you wanna try, you wanna love it, like it, or to try your friends to smoke cigars, never give it Cohibas, never give it. It's always give it a very, very, very light cigars,
Yeah.
a very good tastings. I told you the Hoya de Nicaragua L'Ambassador is a very, very good cigars. I told you guys, it's a very light cigars and its tastings it's changed everywhere and I can't believe what good cigars is in a good prices.
Yeah.
The Hoya Nicaragua L'Ambassador between 1971 and 1974 was the White House cigars. Cigar of White House.
Yeah.
It was, and you guys, you can buy now the same cigars.
Yeah.
but not the Hoya de Nicaragua Premier, the Hoya de Nicaragua L'Ambassadors.
Yeah.
L'Ambassador is, I think I like it, and it's a premium cigars in very cheap price.
Okay. Yeah, well, my first cigar when I first started smoking again was the Davidoff.
Yes.
I think this is where, my loyalty to Davidoff comes and why I smoke them as much as I do. Because for me, it's always a great cigar. It burns fantastically. Yes, there is a lot of fantastic cigars out
Yes.
there. Especially in Hungary, there's a lot of great cheaper cigars because, in Hungary, the cigars are more expensive than Switzerland and Monaco. So that's kind of crazy. So when I go to Monaco and Switzerland, I manage to smoke better cigars for cheaper than I would get for an average cigar in Hungary. Again, that's just for the taxes here and the additional tobacco taxes the Hungarian government have on the cigars.
But yes, but now it's not so expensive the non-Cuban cigars in Hungary.
No.
It's very good price. In Hungary, the problems is always the Cuban cigars because the taxes is very high. But the non-Cuban cigars, if you are in Hungary, guys, and you wanna buy cigars, you can buy non-Cuban cigars. Maybe all of the world's best prices in here.
Yeah.
Some of cigars, yes.
Okay. I know the Opera Cigar has a great collection of cigars, like in the humidor upstairs. Like they have a lot of cigars I've not even tried yet. So one day I gotta go in and do a pick and mix.
So you are now put down the labels
I have because it was almost touching.
and the tastings.
Let me see.
We are drinking only water, guys. We are drinking only water because if you smoke cigars and you wanna feel the original tastings, you should drink only waters.
Yeah.
You can't understand if you eat or drinks between the cigars. It's always steal some of tastings and give some of tastings. The water give it only the less tastings and store it only less tastings. The most of less. But if you drink alcohols or drink some of drinks with gas, it's store more and put more.
Yeah.
And you need to feel and you need to understand this. If you wanna see only the cigar tastings, you need to choose always only water.
Yeah.
Only water without nothings. Or if you wanna step upper, you can drink coffee, espresso without milk, without sugar, without sweetener, without nothings. Just a little, like a Italian style.
Yeah. Just a
normal
espresso.
espresso. Or tea without nothings.
Black tea.
Only black tea. I like the Earl Greys.
Yeah.
I like the Earl Grey tea because if you drink Earl Grey, you can drink mornings. You can drink in middle. You can drink in night, and you can drink always. Because I like the Earl Grey teas, and the drinkings that you have got some tastings. It's give it tastings for the cigars and store it tastings for the cigars.
Yeah.
So you can't understand this because we are drinking now only water because I wanna feel. This is my first cigars. I never smoke it and never smoked before like same cigars. But guys, it's very necessary that you smoke and you wanna talking about the cigars. The first reviews need to be smoke-free cigars.
Yeah.
Free cigars before the review. But this is not real because this is my first cigars. You need to smoke in the first cigars. Never look back for the reviews. Never searching reviews. Never read reviews. Never read nothings. Just smoke the cigars and drink only water, and write it what you feel. And the second cigars, you need to read the histories, all of the histories, everything's about the brands, about the cigars, but not the tastings. And you need to smoke again, and you need to be put it in a first and the second feelings, and write it again everything's. And if you smoke the third cigars need to be read the reviews, and after the reviews need to be write it what you feel, and after it you need to put the free your reviews, and write it need to be after it. You need to be write end of reviews. I always do it like the same, but you know, guys, this is not my favorite times if I writing reviews, but it's very necessary that you make step by step. This is only workings. This is not talking about, not hurrying about the, oh, this is a very good cigar. So I can't walking somewhere, and I can't walking and speaking about my friends. This is alone. Smoke cigars alone. Smoke cigars in a same places. Smoke cigars in the same places. Maybe the different temperature or different wine stations and some things. But you know, guys, this is very, very, very important that you write about the cigars and write reviews.
Yeah, I think it's, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think it's important never to look up reviews before you smoke your first cigar of anything. Like, you need to really get your own tastings from the cigar, because if you read the notes before you smoke it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I do taste that. I do taste, and it's not true. Like, this is my third one at this one. Mm-hmm. And again, for me, it's definitely, the third one is definitely a lot creamier than the first one I smoked. Mm-hmm. That I can say. And, the first one, I didn't taste the coffee, but this one, I do taste the coffee a lot better than I did on the first cigar I smoked of this.
Goddamn right I did!
And again, I'm trying to talk slow because I'm from the north of England, and we speak very fast with a very northern accent.
And I can speak so good English, so...
So you mostly understand his English better than my northern English.
But we try, and we try to do the best. And guys, I am maybe end of the middle zones, end of the body zones, and it's looking, the smoke is, if I put it in here, the smoke, it's blue maybe. I can show you guys. The smoke is blue. If I put some words, yes, you can see it.
See it, yeah.
You can see it. It's a blue in the, and if I smoke out, can you? It's gray, yes, and this, the smoke is not so big.
No.
It's always like a smoothie smoke. The ash on the cigars, it's gray, but not so white. It's a middle gray maybe. The burnings is very good. The rollings is very good for the cigars. And that time we need to talk about the pointing systems, our pointing systems. We have got two different pointing systems. I'm talking about the news, the easier.
Yeah.
The cigars have free side, the food zone, free zone, the fruit zone, the body zone, and the head zones. And every zones you need to you can give 7, 14 or 21 points. If maybe the food zone is like the average cigars, you can put it 40 points. If less than average cigars, it's 7 points. It's better like average, it's 21 points.
Okay.
And the same zones is same. So you can put it the cigars about everything, because this is the easier. It's 63 points.
Okay.
The burnings it's 6 points. Average is 4, less than average is 2, better than average is 6.
Okay.
The rollings maximum is 9, the average rollings is 6, the less rollings is 3, and the average it's a 9 point, and you need to put it at the end of all of everything for the cigars. If the all of cigars was average cigars,
Yeah.
it's a 14.
Okay.
It's less than average, it's a 7. It's a better than average, it's a 21. If you put it everything, it's a 99 points.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. We can talk about it because if you are finished, we can talk about it. The oldest that I made it, the pointing systems, it's 10 different things we have got, and the 10 different things you can. Every different things can you put 10 points, and it's 100 points. The good way is middle of this,
Yeah.
because if you put it in the new systems, never see it the outside things, the box, never see the shinings, never see the wrapper lookings, never see the cold smoke, never see nothings. Only just we talking about the cigars.
Okay.
And the old systems, it's we talking about. I will search it for you guys. We're talking about everything about the cigars. It's a 10 different things. First is a size. You like it or not like it. If you like it or the favorite, it's a 10 points. Yeah. And if not, you can put it less point. Rollings. If the rollings is 100%, it's 10 points. If not, let's put it down. Price. If the price is very good for the cigars, it's a 10 points, or not good price, it's a less. Quality about the cigars, quality about the box, quality about everything of the cigars. It's the best quality, it's okay. Best quality of the box, it's a 5 points. Best quality of the cigars is a 5 points, okay. And this is the all of quality. Experience that we smoke this, we smoke in here, we talking about the cigars, we talking about the experience of everything. The next is the playings of tasting of playings, playing of tastings.
Okay.
Playing of tastings. Which part it's change the tastings, and you guys, it's the playings is 100%. You can put it 10 points or less. It's less. The strong, the level of the tastings and the level of the nicotines. It's not. We never give it 10 points if the nicotine level is 10 points, because if you like the nicotine levels, it's 10 per 6. You can put it 10 points.
Okay.
If the cigars is 10 per 6.
Yeah.
And do you like the 10 per 6? If the cigar is 10 per 10, you never give it 10 per 10 if you don't like the 10 per 10.
Yeah.
You understand it?
Understand.
Okay. The next is the sense of taste. If the comes that tastings that you like it and your favorite comes it's a 10.
Okay.
Okay. Next is burning. If you need to be always light up the cigars in 4 times or 3 times, it's not good. If you not necessary, but you burned it the first time and burning the cigars always, it's 10. And the last is a smoke. And this is the 10 different things. You can put it 10 points in average. If you are finished, we started to give you points.
Okay. So if Davidoff want to sponsor me, I'll do full marks.
The Cigar Tales, the Hungarian Cigar Aficionados podcast, the name of Cigar Tales. The Cigar Tales, it's always standing between everyone's.
Yeah.
I don't wanna give better points for the cigars who sponsored me.
Yeah.
I don't want to give better points if maybe the Cohiba sponsored me or the Davidoff sponsored me.
No, you shouldn't.
I think the most necessary in my podcasts, it's never cut it the podcasts. If you are sitting at home and you have got same cigars like with tastings, if you light up the cigars, that we light up, you can't feel the tastings in the same times that time when we feeling the same times.
Yeah.
This is very 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 necessary in the all of podcasts. I hate the short podcast. I hate the 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes podcasts. I hate because when I was a beginner, I always searching the podcast who made a same time podcast. That if I light them up my cigars, that time when the podcast is light up the cigars, and I wanna feel always. I feel tastings. I feel the change of tastings, change of taste at that time. And if the podcast, okay, I feel the change. Oh fuck, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good because this is the important for the beginners. I think this is the very important for the beginners. This is the important for the rookies. This is the important for the advanced cigars, advanced aficionados, because that the things that need to be given.
Yeah.
That the things need to be give for the guys who you are the sitting in the screens, sitting near in front of the screens, and guys, that time makes long podcasts.
Yeah, I think that's what makes you different. Is a lot of people do these 10-20 minute cigars because a lot of people they don't have the attention span to listen to the full podcast. But we know there's bigger YouTubers out there who do these 10 minutes, 20 minutes videos, but it's like you said, they don't get the full experience of the cigar. Most of the time they already have the notes pre-written for what they're going to say, how it tastes, and I think this is where yours is unique, is you actually go through the whole cigar. And if you're sat at home, whether you're smoking the same cigar, it doesn't have to be this one or, but in the future, if we're smoking a cigar and you're smoking it and you light it at the same time, you're going to understand the tastings that we're going through. It might be a little different for you because everyone's tasting is different. So I think that's what makes you unique in this aspect, is you talk about the history of the cigar. You talk about the cigar itself.
The history is now it's yours.
Oh, the history. Oh, geez. Okay. So I gotta do more research.
You need to be speak about all of the histories for the guys.
Yeah, but I mean, even before me, you're in the Hungarian one. You spoke about the history of the cigars, and I think that's what's important.
Guys, apologize me. I can't speak so good English. Speaking about the history of Martins. If my English growing better and better, I will speaking about the histories. I will speaking about everything in Hungarian language. I always talking. If you see the before podcast, Hungarian language, and you can translate it. I try to translate, but it's very very long time. So if you see this podcast, I always talking minimum 1 hour about the histories. Minimum 1 hour of the histories that you are talking about.
Yeah, but you'll get there. And it's a conversation me and you have had for 6-12 months about doing the English podcasts. You're always afraid that your English is not good. My English, I'm from Northern England, and a lot of people don't understand me because of I speak Northern English. So for me, your English is good enough to speak, and if anyone disagrees, that's your opinion. You're allowed to have your own opinion, but he's trying. And for me, I have more respect for someone trying to do this in a language that isn't their first language. Like, if we try to do this in Hungarian, it'd be the worst podcast episode ever, because my Hungarian is awful. I would just be smiling, nodding, and saying again.
He never speaking the Hungarian language for me. Never. I never heard it. Never heard it, guys. meeting first time in the gyms where I working and Martin's worked before. It was maybe 2020 or maybe.
Yeah.
We meet there. Hello. And maybe in 2022 or 2023 where we meeting first time after the gym times, after the gym.
It was at the Opera Cigar Lounge, no?
Because
Because I didn't know you spoke English, because we always just said hi at the gym. It wasn't until I met you at the Opera Cigar Lounge.
I remember.
You were talking English.
I came in the Opera Cigar Lounge in Hungary, and you are sitting there.
I was.
And I sit there. Hi. How was your day? And Martin, fuck.
He speaks English.
You are speaking English? Not so good, but I tried. Okay, we can try it. Okay, we can speak it. And and after it, we always sitting in somewhere in the city. Danny, have you got time to smoke some things? Yes, I think I have a smoke time.
No, I don't speak Hungarian. You know, I speak a little to the wife at home. But it's similar to you. I'm self-conscious of speaking the foreign language. I can't have a conversation. There's no way I could sit here for an hour and have a Hungarian conversation. Like it wouldn't work for me. Like, you know, the Hungarian language.
I hope the guys will understand everything.
I'm sure they will.
What we are talking about, and you know, if we made podcast and I put it on the YouTube and everybody talking, well, I don't understand for this.
If you don't understand, that's your problem. Use Google Translate. But no, you know, it's similar to yourself. You know, you're going to speak English and get better. I will try and make sure my English is slowed down, because, you know, when I speak, especially with my, you know, UK friends, we speak faster. You know, our conversations are a lot faster. Like, you've heard it.
If you forgot, if you forgot this, I'm sitting here and I'm seeing Martin. It's good. Don't understand. Nothing.
It's the same as my wife. She just smiles and says, "Yes, we can do that." And then she's like, "Shit, what did I say?"
Do you know our community? What we are talking, what we give a names of the last smoke of cigars.
Okay.
This is a dead kiss.
Dead kiss.
If you before you put it down the cigars, it's a dead kiss.
Okay. Well, I won't put it down just yet. So.
Okay. So
normally I do, because normally it's burning my fingers by now. With this,
started the pointings. Started the point.
Okay.
Give the points. I will write it just a little bit. So first in a food zone. You can, if average is 14 points, is less than average is 7, is better than average is 21.
For me, it's better than average.
Okay, it's a 21. Okay, in a food zone, for me, was less than average. In a food zone, I feelings only citrus, very high level of pepper, in white pepper. And it was so high level that I can't feel about taste.
Yeah.
Can't feel another taste of the pepper. It was, I told you guys, it's maybe a creamy and maybe a coffee bean, maybe, but I can't feel so good because the pepper level was so high, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So if some cigars is very high level of the pepper, it's a very wrong. I think it's a very wrong because the pepper is always pushed down the other taste.
Yeah. So for me, you know, at the beginning, the pepper wasn't as strong.
For myself, it was very hard. It was very hard, but I can't start it in my
mouth.
In my mouth. Yes. The second, the body zone.
For me, you know, I'd say it was average, just because it you know, the pepper started to kick in for me, and for me, I'm not a pepper smoker. Like, I don't like my pepper cigars really.
In the second zone was mine. It's an average, but it's better like before. So it's 40 points for me and 40 points for you.
Yeah.
The heads on.
For me, again, it's a little average, maybe below. I'm gonna say average. You know, it's not the worst cigar. You know, but it's not. It's on the low end of average.
It's average. I'm now the time you put it now.
Yeah.
1 hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a 68 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's a same like
Yeah.
the writings.
Yeah, I don't know why they said 140 minutes.
Yeah. The head zones. I'm now in the head zone. The smoke is very good. It's looking very good. It's EFSA. The taste, the pepper, it's step downer.
Yeah.
The pepper is step downer. The cream it started now be strong for creamy. The citrus it's a step back a little bit, but not so hard. And now comes the cacao again, but you know, guys, if the cacao and the cream comes, it's a chocolate. It's not a dark chocolate, it's a normal, it's a light chocolate. It's, for me, I'm thinking about, it's a better than average and average. Just give me a... better than average.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
21. Okay. Comes the smoke. Average, less or better?
I'd say better for me for the smoke.
Smoke, it's a 6 point. So average is a 4. The better than average is a 6.
6.
So smoke 6. Smoke for me 6. Yes. Better than average. It's Epsom.
Yeah.
It's Epsom. Rollings?
For me, you know, it's perfect. The Volans for me is perfect.
It's a 9 points.
Yeah.
It's if the rollings average is a 6, it's a better. It's a 9. Okay.
For me, especially for the Davidoff, for me this is better than average.
Rolling for me it's a F sum too, because you know, guys, when I was in the part of between the bodies and the head, it's almost shut down the cigars, almost sleep down the cigars, but I smoke it and it's burn it out again. And the problem is with this, you saw, guys, that I decantate the cigars. I don't know how say about in English. In Hungarian it's decanting the cigars. If you light them up and comes out the smoke, yeah. Can you see? There isn't any.
No. You can see it burning down with the smoke, not so much.
If there comes the burnings, if there comes the burns out the cigars, if you comes the airs out, maybe the problems is so many gas in the cigars. In the head zones was gas, in the middle zone was gas, but in the food zone was gas, in the middle zone was gas, but now it wasn't.
Yeah.
So 6 maybe, but I'm a good guy, David. It's a 9 points.
I persuaded him.
And you need to say about all of cigars. Average, less or better.
For me, this is better than the average normal cigars.
It's a 21.
Yeah.
And me, this shouldn't see the price, shouldn't see the box, shouldn't see nothing. So only the cigars we are seeing now. For me, it's average.
Yeah.
So your points, summa, 85. 85 per 100. Yes, it's 85 points.
Yeah.
It's yours and mine, 71.
Okay.
So 71 per 100. And the old calculatings. Just a minute. So the first
Is the
This-
size.
is the size. Yes.
For me, this is the perfect. This is my perfect length of a cigar for me.
So how many points? It's a maximum 10.
For me, I'm going to say 10 because this is the favorite length for me.
My favorite size is a Gordito or Robusto. If your average size is a Robusto, but you know, guys, the Gordito it's a little bit longer than Robusto. I like the Gordito size, or I like the Lancero size. But this size, the Diademas or sometimes Double Perfecto, it's a very elegant, I think,
It
but
is.
it's not my favorite. I give you 7. So the second, the Rollings.
The Rollins of the cigar, I'm going to give 8.
8. Rollings for me, it's a 6. I told you why.
Yeah.
The Rollings was very good, but in the first food zones I need to be decanted, and the second zones, in the middle zones, I need to be decanted too, and comes out the gas and comes the burnings out. So I think if the Rollings will be 100%, the gas is not staying on the cigars.
No.
So I give it 6 only. The price. The price is now this. It's $110.
Well, it was free for me, so it was perfect.
Yes.
Well, no, for $110, you know. Or 50,
Now,
yeah,
for me,
yeah.
in every piece that I buy it's 22,000 forint.
Okay. So for me, it's a little pricey for what it is, but I can understand with being limited edition. You know, I'd say 6.
For me, that I told you before, the price is only 2. Because I think this is not 20,000. This is not 22,000 forint. This is not $110 dollars.
No.
This is only 8 or maximum 10,000 forint. Limited edition, it's writings on the box and everywhere it's a limited editions, but I think the limited editions need to be worked better like this. So I give you only 2 points. Quality?
I'd say the quality of the cigar is 7.
My quality is this cigar is 7 too.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, I will write mine. Because everybody thought, oh yeah, see you can't use the Martin. No, so I give it a point a little bit. Give me a time. Okay, I am done.
Okay.
So the next is experience.
Again, you know, for me, obviously, it would be the 3rd time smoking this. You know, I'd say 6.
6. The experience for me that we smoke together these cigars. We are smoke in this podcast the cigars. We are smoking in this very very beautiful array the cigars. I give you 6. If I smoke alone this at home or somewhere, I give you only 3.
See, for me, if I was alone, I'd give it higher. But, you know, again, being on the podcast, you know, it's an honor being here. But I'm not used to this. It's something I got to get used to. Like the cigar lounge is beautiful. You know, I love smoking cigars with you. But yeah, it's it's got to be a 6 for me.
Okay. Play of taste?
For me, the taste, I'd say a solid 7.
No, the playings.
The play-ins, okay. I'd still say 7.
Martin, playings Martin, 7. Playings Daniel, 5. Yes.
Like for me, it would have been higher if it wasn't so much peppery for me.
Yes.
Like,
Me too, but the pepper level was so hard in the first and the second zone. Strong. Nicotine strong.
I don't think
A
it's
strong of nicotines, a strong of tastings.
for me. It's not a strong cigar, so I would say full.
Do you like it?
I love the cigar for me.
No. I told you.
Yeah.
The pointings that you give it, not the
Okay, gotcha.
points that you how many the strongest, the points that you give it. If do you like the 10 per 4 and the cigar is 10 per 4, you need to give it 10.
Then I'd give it 10.
10. I don't like so strongest the pepper levels. The nicotine levels is not 10 per 4. I think the nicotine levels is 10 per 5 or 10 per 6.
Yeah.
So in the 5 points the nicotine level is I can give only 2 points, and the tastings wasn't so high levels of the tastings. It was in the middle, so 2.5. That I am a good guy, so I give you more half points, so it's 5 for me.
Okay.
Sense of taste? Yes. Sense of taste.
Again, I would give it high if it wasn't for the pepper. I'm going to say 6 because it is creamy. I do like a creamy cigar, and the citrus is really
The
good
sense
for
of
me.
taste, Martin, is 6. Sense of taste, Daniel, 4. Okay. Burnings?
9. For me, it was perfect the way it burned for me.
Burn, Martin, 9. Burn, Daniel, 7. About the decantating things. Smoke,
For me, the smoke was better going on the way down. I'd say 7.
the smoke, Martin, 7. The smoke, Daniel, 10. It was awesome. It looking very good. It was the outside of blue. If I comes the smoke out, it was gray. It's a middle of gray. It's looking awesome. Looking awesome. So
I would have give higher, but I didn't notice the blue until you said it.
Summa 77.
Okay.
77 per 100.
Yeah, that's what I would
Martin,
say.
77 per 100. Martin, the new pointing system, 85 per 100. The oldest pointing system, 77 per 100.
Yeah.
So it's maybe 81.
Yeah.
81 for yours. Daniel, for me, the newest pointing system, 71. And the oldest system is 95 only. So it's a 65.
Okay.
For me it's a 65, and for you is a 81. But I think it's a real.
Yeah.
Cause why? Cause do you like it? Your favorite brand was Davidoff. You put it more like the others, and I am like the guy who made the podcast So Many Cigars. I need to be calm my mind.
Yeah.
I need to be calm my mind that it's not a Davidoff, it's only a cigar.
Yeah.
And I need to see all of the cigars, it's only a cigar. Not Bolivar, not Davidoff, not Alec Bradley, not so much cigars, but only a cigars. And if I give my cigars without labels, and so many people, or the people who gave me a cigar told it, Danny, this is a limited edition cigars. You need to speak about these cigars, about limited editions. Yes, it's okay. but I think it's not a limited edition cigars of tastings of everything. The smoke is it's very beautiful. The box it's very beautiful. The but not so beautiful like the limited edition cigars, because we can talk about Opus 6.
Yeah.
Opus 6 is it's looking like a luck, looking like the brainstorming,
yeah.
the brain blowing, because it's a luxury. Yes, it's looking like a luxury, looking like a limited editions. It's looking like a Assam cigars, the box, but it's not.
No.
It's only a white box. It's elegant.
Yeah.
It's elegant. I need to be say it's elegant. It need to be say it's looking good. I need to be say it's good, but not like a limited editions.
Yeah. No, I'd agree. You know, for me, it's better than your average Davidoff. But if I was to taste this without knowing it's Davidoff, I knew it would be Davidoff, but I wouldn't know it was a limited edition Davidoff. Because
I think
it's good, but it's not special.
yes, it's good but not special. It's good but not 100%.
Yeah.
That I give you in my system. It's a 65 points, and you give 81 points.
Yeah.
So it's not problem. This is only our opinions.
Yeah. And
This
your
is-
opinion would be different. Yours
Yes.
might be 10. Yours might be 90. You know, we all have different tastes.
Yeah. So guys, we are finished now. Your time was 80.
80.
No. 68 minutes. 68 minutes, and my time now 82 minutes, and I will smoke maybe 2 minutes. So it's 84 minutes. Will be the end. But I talking so much. So you guys, the average time it's 85 or 70 minutes, I think.
I'd say so. You know, again, I smoke a little faster than the normal people. So yeah, I would say, 70 to 80 minutes.
Okay. What is your opinion? Who need to be have these cigars? The beginners or the advancers or the richest smokers or who, or the girls or the boys, or you need to be
Yeah, so for
advised.
me, this is, a good cigar for both men and women. Again, I wouldn't say this cigar, again, being price-wise, limited edition, isn't for the average cigar smoker, because there is better cigars out there for this price that you would get. So for me, this is, someone like me, who loves the brand. Again, I wouldn't collect this. I had this box. I'd have it smoked in a couple of weeks. So, I'd say a little bit more than the average person, but not the super rich, because the super rich, they might collect it just because there is only 15,000 boxes. But, if you know me, I don't really collect cigars. I buy cigars, I smoke cigars. I know you collect your cigars. So, I don't know, it's not one I have to go out and buy and say I have in my collection.
My advice is I can give these cigars only the collectors.
Yeah.
Not the beginners, because this is too expensive
Yeah.
for the beginners. I don't give a women, because the pepper level is so high and the experience will be not so good. So I think I give only the collectors. I give only the collectors and the Davidoff lovers too. So and we need to talk the last. What do you think about need to be drink or eat with these cigars?
So for me, I think that, if you're going to drink and it's not water, I think a nice single malt would go perfect with this. Food-wise, I don't know. I don't really eat and smoke cigars. I normally smoke after I eat. So food-wise, I wouldn't know what to put with this.
Okay, my advice, it's a give sweet drinks, maybe rooms,
Yeah.
with cheaper rooms, with a high level of sugars, or some of whiskeys for the sweetener whiskeys, for the sweet whiskeys. I don't know if they have, because I don't like the whiskeys. Or my without alcohols, I think Earl Grey with sugar. Earl Grey with sugar. I know guys that what I told before, but if you wanna feel very good tastings, you need to be drink some sugar things with this.
I tell you what might go well with this, a nice Asu. Because that's nice and sweet, like an Asu 5.
Yes, the wine.
Yeah.
If you are in Hungary, you can buy the best wine in Hungary. Maybe the best. I think not the best.
Outside of your mother's wine.
No. I like the wines. I like red wines because my families have wines, and my families maybe the last 30 years have a gold levels of. We have got a gold. What does it mean? Gold diploma. Yes, gold diplomas in every years with the wines.
Yeah, so that's the gold award.
Yes,
for
gold awards. Yes, a gold award in every years. My family give it. My family become it, and you know, guys, I think this is necessary for that you drinks, because this wine that I told you. Our wines, the red wines, is very, very fruity. Very fruity, have got irons, have got fruity, have got acid, have got everything. And if you drink it, it will be work very, very good. But the Asu, little of acid and very, very hard of the sweet things, of the sugar things. Yes. Eatings, I think it's very good working with some of dessert.
Yeah.
With some of dessert.
Okay.
Okay.
So, why don't you write in the comment section below what you would drink with this, if you smoke this.
I told you, it's 89 minutes. It's 89 minutes.
There you go.
So, guys, if you wanna follow us, you can follow in YouTube. You can follow in Instagram. In Instagram, I started to write it in English and Hungarian language too, and I write on Instagrams and Facebook to English and Hungarian language, to reviews, to everything. So you can follow us there. And if you wanna hear this music in the video that you heard it, you can go in the YouTube, the Landai site. This is my, because I'm writing poets and I'm making music, and so guys, you can follow us on there. You can hear the musics. You can and if you smoke cigars, we have got a playlist for the cigars too. You can choose it and you can follow us. I'm appreciated if you follow us on somewheres. And
For everywhere.
yes, for
Subscribe and like.
yes, and I need to be saying this cigar lounge. This is a VIP cave VIP lounge. So guys, you can find it in Hungary, and you can join us if we are here. You need to write us, or you need to write the owners Zsolt Szeri. Zsolt Szeri is awesome, guys. See, he's a psychologist, and he's very, very high levels of psychologist. And guys, you can come with us to smoke cigars, and this is very good choose that you wanna smoke cigars in Hungary, in Budapest. You can find in 7th Street in Kerti Street. And if you wanna smoke with us, just write on the YouTube, or write us on the Facebook or Instagram, and we can talk about it. So thank you guys that you're following us. Thank you guys that you watching these videos. Thank you everything, and thank you for Zsolt for the very beautiful places. And guys, we always talking. Just smoke and more nothings.
And thank you for doing it in English.
Oh, thank you, it's appreciated. Me, it's not 100%, but I tried.
Try is better than nothing.
Thank
You
you.
know, your English will get better. Maybe one day in 20 years' time we can do one Hungarian together. But don't hold the breath.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you that you are come for here and helping me, and thank your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Remember, guys, hit that follow button, hit that like button, and thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Take care, bro.